Most people think they lack discipline, that they're lazy, unfocused. But what if the problem isn't your willpower? What if you're just overstimulated? Because if your brain is constantly fed fast rewards, hard things will always feel harder than they should. And that changes everything. You wake up, phone, notifications, short videos, music, messages. Your brain gets hit with stimulation before it even has to work. Dopamine isn't the enemy, it's the anticipation chemical. It teaches your brain what to repeat. So when you constantly consume fast rewards, your brain learns fast is better than slow, easy is better than effort, and scrolling is better than building a future you actually want to. And then you sit down to work, and it feels unbearable. Not because you're weak, but because your baseline has shifted. But discipline isn't a personality trait, it's an environment response. If your environment rewards distraction, you'll become distracted. If your environment rewards focus, you'll become focused. So instead of trying to be more disciplined, you redesign the system. Here's how. Your brain moves toward what it sees repeatedly. Write down your goals physically, keep them visible. Not in your notes app, on paper. When you see your targets daily, your brain starts aligning behavior with them. Exposure builds direction. But most people fail because they chase too much at once. Too many goals equals no progress. Pick one priority. When you reduce cognitive load, discipline becomes easier. Focus isn't about intensity, it's about elimination. Remove mental debt. If something takes less than 5 minutes to do it, immediately. Clear small tasks fast, protect your energy for deep work. Schedule boredom. You don't need more productivity hacks, you need silence. Sit, think, no phone, no music. Clarity only appears when noise disappears. Make your progress visible. Nothing feels rewarding without visible progression. Track what you do, log workouts, track reading, measure output. Progress you can see becomes progress you want to repeat. Identity is built through proof. Set visible challenges. 30 days of reading, building a project, training consistently. When you create evidence, your self-image shifts. Discipline stops being an effort. It becomes who you are. Most people think discipline is about motivation. It isn't. It's about reducing stimulation, designing your environment, and creating proof. You don't lack discipline. You've just been training your brain for the wrong rewards. Change the inputs, and the outputs will follow. All of this sounds great in theory, but how do you actually implement it? When I first started understanding discipline, the biggest change I made was slowing down and actually thinking about what I wanted to achieve. Take going to the gym as an example. For a long time, I was inconsistent. I would go for a few weeks, then stop, and start again later. And the reason was simple. I was trying to do everything perfectly from the start, tracking calories, optimizing every workout, following the perfect routine. But at the same time, I was constantly distracted, scrolling my phone, doing random things that didn't really move me forward. So instead, I changed one thing. I made the goal much smaller. Instead of trying to do everything right, I just made a rule for myself. Show up. That's it. I would go to the gym and simply focus on enjoying the process, even if the workout wasn't perfect. And slowly over time, I started adding more structure. First, better workouts, then tracking progress, then training consistently 4 days a week. Eventually, it became something I do almost every day. It wasn't easy, but by starting small, I gave myself the best possible odds. And that's exactly what you should do too. Pick one thing you've been putting off, choose a specific day this week to start. Then afterwards, write down on paper what went well and what didn't. That's how you start turning principles into real habits.